Hi, I'm Chuck, KK6USY for Ham Radio Adventures. So something a little different today. I had some viewers ask to see what I might be taking on my YouTubers group backpacking trip. So I'm going to do this in stages so I can do a little better job on each one and it won't be real long. I'm going to try and keep things 10 to 15 minutes max. So today we're going to check out my stove setups, my cooking. Let's get going. So this backpacking trip, I'm trying to keep it as light as possible. And you'll see a series of videos on how I'm going to try and keep my weight down. First of all, I've got this is an older setup that I have. It's got this is a Toaks. I forget how many. It's looks like 200 milliliters. I should have looked at this. And inside here I have a cup and a BRS. This BRS is a super inexpensive stove off of Amazon. It's $16, I think, off of Amazon. And this is a little Toaks coffee cup that I have with a little lip thing here so it doesn't burn you, because this is titanium. Okay, and then what I have here, this is called the Jetboil Stash. And Jetboil has some really cool features. Let me get my cheat sheet here. I think this is 8.8 liters. That's 800 milliliters, I believe. And it comes with a lid. Got the handle here. It flips over. You just squeeze this and it moves. It's got a lid. Now on the lid, what they've done with this thing is they've incorporated this small little bottle for propane or butane, isobutane, something like that. So it sits there, and then underneath that you keep your lighter. So kind of a cool little concept. Then inside, this is just a towel. This didn't come with it. This is like a little microfiber towel from REI, and it was pretty cheap, and it all folds up in this little bag here. And then you have the actual stove. And this stove is actually pretty light. It's made out of titanium also. It screws on the top of this, and basically you just pull these rings around, and then your pot sets on top, and it's got these little ridges in this top section of the thing where this goes in here if you get in the right spot, and it pretty much keeps it from blowing off, you know, if you get a little gust of a little gust of wind or something. Okay. It also comes with this is a stand for your bottle. Basically it all folds out like this, and your bottle sits on top here, and it just makes it more stable. I don't have it clicked in, but it just makes it more stable there. I guess you guys can see that, hopefully. Okay. And this just screws on top of your propane bottle. I'll get another propane bottle here in a minute. I don't want to use this one. I bought this one specific because I know I want to weigh it, and I also want to weigh this bottle, and I want to check to see what the filled weight of this bottle is from new. And they have ways of refilling these. These are I think $5 or $4, and you can buy one that's 2 to 3 times the size for the same price, basically for like Big 5 or something. And you can refill these. I'm not saying you should refill your own bottles, but there's a way of doing it. And like I told you guys before, I'm no expert backpacker. This is the first review I've ever done on any kind of backpacking stoves or anything like this. So let me move this one out of the way for a second. Now this is what I've been carrying. I've had that Jetboil for a while, but I've never really carried it, and I should. It's kind of a more efficient stove, and I'll refer you to John Messner. He's a guy out of I think he's out of the UK. He's got a really good backpacking channel, and he compares this. This is the Stash from Jetboil, and it costs $129. But he shows you, because you have to, with these other units, you have to buy something to cook on anyhow. And if you buy something like from Snow Peak, it's $45 or $50 just for that part. So now your $16 thing, you're into about $65, $70, something like that. And let me show you this one. Got the bright green little BRS packet here. And I think the Jetboil right now is about, it's right around 7 ounces, so it's pretty light. Unlike most of all your other Jetboils they've had in the past, which are pretty heavy. But this one here, basically everything folds up like this. And you got to do it the right way. And then that sets on top. This folds down. That's your valve. And then your pot sets on top of here. But there's nothing really to keep it from blowing off. I've never had it come off, to tell you the truth, guys. I've used it quite a few times, and it's never blown off. But it hasn't been real windy either. Okay. And this thing weighs like a couple ounces at the most. But tell you the truth, the two of them here, they're not different. The footprint's a lot bigger for the Jetboil for your pan, and it does have those little ridges. This has ridges too. So, and I don't know if the Jetboil one's too big for it. Yeah, it's too big. Back to the Jetboil, it has more to it. It has, if you look on here, there's the how to restore everything back in there, so in case you forget. And inside you've got your markings for your milliliters and ounces. It reads from the inside. You probably can't see the inside. And this handle's got the little silicone handle, and this silicone handle keeps it from getting hot, hopefully. It comes with that lid. The lid actually has like a little sipper area here, so you can use it. You can use this as a coffee cup if you want, and I guess maybe this will keep you from burning yourself. And then it has a little hole in the top for steam to get out. And when you put this on, it'll boil water just a little. It'll boil water just a little bit faster. Has a Flux Ring. This is something I believe. Now I don't know for sure, but I believe that Jetboil came up with this Flux Ring thing, and what it is to give more surface around here. I'll look at this camera too. More surface around here to heat everything faster. And by having a little bit wider pan, it gets a little bit more area to heat. You know, a bigger pan will heat stuff a little bit faster because if you heat the whole pan up, then it's got more surface area to heat up. This is just me, but I think Jetboil is pretty well known to make really high quality stuff. BRS, on the other hand, is known as a really lightweight, cheaper stove. I've never had a problem with it. People have. I don't know if it's usually if you make sure that the little O-rings that are in here, I don't know if you guys can see, there might be an O-ring in there. It's right inside there. The BRS has it also. If you make sure that's there, you shouldn't really have any problems with your stove. You shouldn't really have a problem with the stove if everything's sealed up good. I will say that you get a little gas that comes out of the BRS here. Let's see. If you look down in there, I don't know how close I can get with this camera, but there's a little O-ring down there, and mine's there, so I always check that. I do get a little bit of a gas spew out when I take the BRS off, and I haven't noticed that with the Jetboil. It's just come off, and I don't hear it leak anything. I went and got water. I've got 2 cups of water. I've got 2 cups of waters for each one. So that's usually what most people will test them at. And I'm not going to time the boil because I don't really care. I just want to see which one's actually faster. We're going to put this in grams because, I mean, grams give you your more accurate breakdown. So the little BRS on my scale is 25 grams. The Jetboil is 59 grams. So a little bit weight savings there. Built way better. This thing is way better built than this one. Okay, so now the cups. This cup is 83 grams. 83 grams. I hope you guys can see this. You might not be able to. Let me see here. Okay, this one's 128 grams, but it's a bigger cup. I think a Snow Peak, I believe a Snow Peak is 111 grams for the same size cup. It doesn't have the little rings on it, so the whole kit, this whole kit, everything included, 203 grams. The BRS with just the cooking pot, 124 grams. And it doesn't matter on the fuel and all that stuff, it's the same size, same weight. You know, your water, everything else is pretty much the same. They seem to be filled about the same pressure, I mean, for the size of the can. This can here you can buy way cheaper at like Big Five or something like that. Like I said, I put that on, I don't hear any noise at all. Okay, and we'll turn this one here. So we'll put them both like this. BRS. Let's get it ready. I do like the way the Jetboil sets up, because this one you have to kind of get them all up in one area at the same time. So make sure that's turned off. I turn this off before I screw it on. I don't want it to leak. Okay, I didn't hear anything there either. So this is 2 cups of water each, all out of the same tap water. Nothing's different. Two cups here also. Oops, except a little bit I just spilled. They both hold 2 cups easily. Just a difference in height. Actually, the height's about the same, and just how big the container is. So what we're going to do is we're going to light these. We'll set them on, and I probably won't make you sit through the whole thing. Turn that one on. They're both way up. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm already seeing a little bubbling action, both of them so far. I should put the lids on both, but we're got lids in there. Now the Jetboil looks to be getting a little bit warmer. They both got bubbles in them now. And we'll figure out where these ones can really burn here. Really bold, excuse me. Oh, this is good for you guys. It's just one of the few things that you can save weight on and help out when you're trying to catch your weight in your backpacks. They're pretty good. Little BRS, it smells soft. Let me tell you, it's a pretty good little stove. I think everything now. It's noisier, for sure. I think you guys can tell. Looks pretty even so far. This is just so you guys know, now the Jetboil's starting to boil right now, and I'll call that rolling boil. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Still going, see how noisy the freaking tell I turn the Jetboil off. And why would that be good? Maybe, I'm a riser, I'm going to get caught, I don't wake everybody up, and that might be just enough less noise that maybe I'll call YouTubers up or whoever I can with. Still going. Now, I will tell you what I use for coffee. I'm probably getting one of these now, like, take a coffee, I've got a AeroPress, and I'll do a review on that also. It's really small, lightweight coffee brand. It makes really good coffee. Watch those videos, those guys. I'm not going to get into the video, but they have that exact temperature. It's the coffee guys they're into it, man. I'm not into it. I just like to get coffee. All right, so we got rolling boil, and I call that rolling boil. So what I'll do with I'll go through my timestamps, and I'll figure out how much difference there was in the two. I'd say about a minute, so definitely the Jetboil's a little faster. Okay, everybody, I hope this was helpful to somebody or everybody. Hopefully you got something out of this video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I just hit 2,000 subscribers. I want to thank all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. And I'm just a little over 2,000, so it was pretty fast happening for me. I don't really advertise anywhere else other than just YouTube. So this is Chuck, KK6USY for Ham Radio Ventures. Thanks for being here, everybody, and sticking it out. And hopefully you got some from this. 73 all.